And here's the thing, I'm really psyched about this because they say it should last up to 20 years. So today what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be building a raised garden bed. Now here's the thing, the reason I need to build another one is, one, we've talked about it before, when it comes to having a front yard vegetable garden, you need to keep your crazy in a box. And while I've had in-ground beds for a couple years now, the thing is the doggone kids, the doggone wildlife, and the doggone dogs keep walking through half of this one bed. As much as I try to put like little stakes to let them know, like, here it is, they just keep walking through it. And so when I put in my little baby seeds and they're all like, oh, I'm so young and fresh and ready to go, they all go stomp, 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 stomp through. It ain't working. So I needed to get another border. So I thought, let me get another type of raised garden bed, because here's the thing, the ones I bought before, I'm not 100% thrilled with for various reasons. One, the way that packaging came, some of the panels got damaged, which made them hard to put together. And some of them I couldn't actually 100% complete putting together, which means they're not going to hold up long term. Second thing is I want to go and expand vegetable gardening into the backyard. So if I'm going to try out another brand, now would be the time without paying lots and lots of money. So let me go and try a singular bed. The other thing is that I live in Florida. We have a rough environment. And while the raised beds that I got are holding up well, because of some of the in transit, supply chain, whatever damage that I got, they're just gonna be more likely to rust and rot out in the next few years. It's just a thing. So I was like, let me take this opportunity. I need something for right here. I'll try a different brand and we'll see if it works. So the brand that I'm gonna be trying out is called VegeGa. That's short for vegetable garden, which is cute, right? What a name though. But here are a couple of things that made me really attracted to this brand. One, when I was looking for metal raised beds before, like in the fall of last year, it was kind of like I either was choosing between color or I was choosing between the size I wanted. And what I really liked about this brand was that I had lots of color options in all the sizes. The second thing is that they come in lots of different shapes. And so as I'm thinking long-term for my backyard vegetable garden, being able to do some other shapes like L shapes and U shapes and heart shapes and circle shapes and and they can do tiers. I was like, that's really cool. For what I'm thinking long-term for the backyard, like this could be, if this brand works, like this could be the thing. Now what's also a little bit different is that while I was looking for galvanized steel beds, because those tend to be pretty strong for lasting and are very corrosive, rust-inducing environment. Like if you live anywhere else in the country, just know Florida, if it's outside with the moisture in the air and the salt in the air, it's a lot. Metal just, yes. But you may be thinking, why not wood? Well, because it's Florida and everybody has termites in their yard. Everybody. Like, it's not even a question. If you have termites in your yard all the time. So wood, and with the sun here, ooh, it bleaches out wood real fast. So, and the way to seal wood, we don't really want to be introducing some of those chemicals around, yes, the vegetables, no. The other thing is that now some of you might be screaming, but the cedar, yeah, cedar is really expensive though. So I'm not gonna go invest in cedar. Also, then I have to do like a lot of like investing into tools and building. I'm not doing that. So yes, I like the idea of raised metal garden beds. Also because of the career I had, I'm used to working around metal like that. So it's just like, let's go with it. Now here's the other thing about this zinc, aluminum, magnesium coating that this brand has, VegeGa, is the fact is that one, the coating, they went and actually got certified by the USDA, which means that it's actually meant for livestock and agricultural products. So, which is really cool, right? For us gardeners, that this has actually been certified so that we know that like we're doing okay. And the big thing about it is that the coating is supposed to, one, be able to last 20 years, but also not leach into your ground soil, not create like, all the chemical bad boogie boo-boo things that are out there in the world that we just really don't want. Like that's why we grow some of our own food. Like, yeah, we might be cutting costs, but also we're trying to make really good, healthy food for ourselves. We don't want to be adding toxic chemicals to ourselves, right? Right. And here's the thing, I'm really psyched about this because they say it should last up to 20 years. I mean, we're going to test it. We're going to see how long it goes. And I'll always be giving you guys updates because I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh yeah, it'll last 20 years. And then 6 months later, it totally falls apart. I will tell you. So we'll do some check-ins like 6 months from now. We'll see how they're holding up. Now, not only all those reasons, one of the big things that I really did not like about the last brand that I got was that when they came in those big boxes, it just, whether it's at the factory or in transportation, or once you're trying to move it around your household, the way they package that stuff just left it so vulnerable to getting damaged. So I was hoping that I could get something that was packaged better too. I'm a big fan of packaging design. So I was really excited when this package came here. I was like, okay, we haven't opened the box yet, but let's talk about it. This is looking way better. Let's go look. Look at this. Oh, okay, don't look at this. This is heavy. Here, let's come down here. Look at that. So here's the thing. So what I got was the 9-in-1 17-inch paneled garden bed. So one, what I liked about the packaging as soon as I saw it was the fact that these panels are all now like this, which means it's much harder, and then depending on what's going on the inside, for them to be damaged. We'll open it up, we'll see if they're damaged. But it just gave me a little bit more confidence that I'm not gonna have some of the problems that I had with the last set of raised beds. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's inside. Oh, and as we're going through this journey, if you're starting to think like, hey, I want to get those too, I'll put a link in the description below. And what's really cool, they gave me a coupon code so you can get 10% off if you want to test these beds out too. And if you've gotten these beds, or once you get these beds, come back and put comments. Like, I want to hear about y'all's experiences too, because like together, that's one of the great things about this community on this channel is like, we're always sharing information. So like, if I have a good experience and you're not having, like, let me know. I want to know what's different for you. Or maybe you're having a great experience and I'm just having okay. And maybe it's because of me. And another perk is shipping was free. I don't have scissors, so we'll use pruning shears to open this box. Look at the inside. I love this. Yay, packaging design. I mean, come on. We have to appreciate packaging engineers. They do such good jobs. When they do a good job, they do a good job. So taking a look in here, it looks like everything. Look, for one, we didn't use styrofoam. The last company used styrofoam. Styrofoam, no bueno. But look, we're getting some more cardboard. It's protecting it. People don't realize how strong cardboard can be. It can be very strong. But one of the things is we can use some of this cardboard later in filling our raised beds. Thumbs up. Okay, so now let's start to pull all the panels out. But look, we've got 4 curved panels, and then we have our flat panels. And unlike the other brand, these flat panels are all the same size. So we will not have the problem that we had last time. Yeah, I had to take the whole thing apart after I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't go together. We've got 9 of these flat panels, and then 4 of the curved panels, plus we've got a like hosing gasket for the edges to make sure, you know, just that's a nice thing. But I will tell you, feeling it, these are not sharp edges, not sharp edges. So like you don't need anything like metal gloves to handle these as far as I can tell so far. So we'll continue to move these out and we'll feel around, see how it goes. Oh. And we got the instructions, the handy dandy instructions. And what's cool about this 9-in-1 system is that you have multiple options of ways to build it. So, you know, you don't have to be like, if you're still figuring out your garden, you don't have to be too precious. Like you could go more long rectangular, you can go like kind of a wider rectangle, or you could even go a square. So you got options. One of the other things is that if you end up getting like one of the 9-in-1 systems, there's also, you can actually purchase extra panels just separately. So like you can buy like just 2 flat panels if you wanted. If you wanted to go longer or wider, or you know, you wanted to change up the design a little bit, like you could do that with just your same system too. So I think that's nice because me, I love flexibility because I'm a creative person. So yeah, inside the packaging, there's no extra staples, it's just tape. So if you want either recycle it or use this for compostable like lasagna gardening, you would be able to do that. Now the other thing is that the panels, so on the top and bottom edges, no need to wear metal gloves. Here on the rawer side, I would say, I mean, you could get a cut. These actually seem like they've been ground out pretty well, actually. So I don't even think you would need to wear metal gloves. These points are a little sharp when putting it together, so you just want to watch out for that. But honestly, good edges, good edges. If you remember from my raised garden bed videos from before, one of my tips is build them with a friend or a husband, whichever you have. Just get one of those and have them help you, because building things is more fun when you have someone with you. If you want to check out those videos when I put together the other ones and all the tips of things not to do, / if you want to know the numbers for filling a raised bed, I'll put those in the Links in description down below. So now comes my least favorite part, which is just like last time, there's a film that's on each of these panels. So you get to peel that off. If you like peeling things, which I know some people do like peeling things, you know, you get to do that too.
Would you like some help?
Yeah. Oh, this is coming off way easier than the other ones. The other ones sucked.
Easy for someone with nails, maybe.
Okay, well, no, but like once you get it going, because the other ones, when I would peel them, they would come off in like little rinky-dinky strips. It was, I don't mean to rag on the other company, but I mean, it was hours to peel these things off. So new tip, get a friend with nails. So the reason that it's important that when you're buying a metal raised bed is that they are putting this on that, because if they don't, this will get scratched really easily. And if these panels are like rubbing on each other, you'll get scratches. And why that's a problem is that then becomes a point for rust. Because what's really important with metal is that if you have to keep that, like, it has to be in that like bubble of coating. Because once it has a point that has a place for like the rust to get in, it can seep under even your coatings. So fun fact. So when I did this last time with peeling them, so many scratches on the panel. That's why I don't think those ones will be able to last long term. But these ones so far, and look, what do y'all think of this color green? Peeling party. So you want to go a little bit slower when you're peeling this stuff off, otherwise it will. Is that better? So my tip to Ben was just like, get around these little holes slower first, because that's where, if you kind of try to go. This is going way faster than last time. Do you remember how long I was peeling those panels last time?
Yeah.
What are we thinking? We're just unpackaging them versus last time. Yay or nay?
Oh, phenomenal.
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 I think to build those 3 beds took me almost the entirety of the day. Oh, that was painful.
Well, and honestly, when I already thought the box was small, and I saw you open it up, and I was like, oh, that's it in there?
Oh, versus last time?
But, well, yeah. But I think it just goes to show, you know, smart design, smart packaging,
See?
All that.
Fan of good packaging design, too.
Right.
So next up, we must count our stuff, because that's where we got bit in the butt last time too. Now this is nice. Okay, so the only tools you're gonna need, something to cut open the box, which pruning shears work if they're sharp enough, or your scissors, that's fine too. But they give the tool to put the thing together, so you don't need any additional tools beyond just getting the box open. That's kind of nice, right? So we're gonna be doing this design, the 3x5. That one right there in the middle bottom. Okay, so you get 3 little pieces for putting this together. You got a bolt, you got a washer, and then you got a nut. The bolt is gonna be on the outside, and then you put the washer on the inside. And then you screw on the nut, and that's how the panels will stay together. All right, so we're gonna start putting together our 9-in-1 system for a 3x5 bed. So I said basically put the straight side together first, and then you kind of make a J, and then you make another J. J is in Jacqueline. Let's go. This becomes the part where it's nice to have a friend or a husband or a wife with you.
Husband.
Because holding 2 panels up, we found, was easier with a person versus trying to lay them on the ground. Didn't work as well. And again, from last video when we talked about this, do it on a hard surface. Don't do it on the grass and stuff like that. It gets really hard to line up holes when you're dealing with uneven surfaces. Okay, let's get this going. So what we usually do is we will insert the bolt on the top and the bottom first loosely, and then we'll come do the middle ones. That way you don't get into alignment issues. That's one of the things we had problems with last time. So top, bottom, and then the middle ones. So total time to build, I mean, he's wrapping it up right now, but it's under 30 minutes between the two of us putting this one together, which was a lot faster than last time. Nice thing was that they did give us extra bolts and washers and nuts, so in case you got one, or you know, sometimes there's a miscount at factories. Knowing that they're putting a little bit extra means that you're not going to have to be running to the store. There was a small injury. I guess there was one burr on one of the nuts, so when I was spinning it, I got a little cut, but otherwise, the actual panels themselves, not an issue. And here is this rubbery material to protect the edges. This is way nicer than the other type that I had, because that stuff, like, it went on easy, but it came off also very, very easy. And this, look, you can see I'm gripping it, it's not coming. So it's a little bit more time consuming to put it on, not by much though. I mean, this has taken literally like 30 seconds so far, but honestly, this is an improvement. I like this. And there you go. Boom. And amazingly, this works so well, the plant's already grew. No, that's not true. Overall, I am feeling really good about this new raised garden bed, and much better experience all around. Easier to put together, definitely feels sturdier in the long run, not having assembly issues like I did with the other one. So overall, this is a winner for me. So if you're interested in getting one of these VegeGa beds or one of the many other types they have or other colors, go ahead and check out the link below, and there is a code below that gives you 10% off. I hope you enjoy them. I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes over the summer, and I'll see you soon.